Okay, we're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition Star Wars campaign. I am your Dungeon Master and host, Ranger J 1999, and we are glad to have you guys here for some more exciting adventures of Star Wars, Dungeons & Dragons style. Glad to have you guys here on a Sunday. You could be doing anything else, but you're hanging out with us, and we greatly appreciate it. Show your appreciation by giving us a thumbs up, subscribe, all that other jazz. And that being said, let's just kick things off and get things started. Let's introduce the players, and then we'll go from there. First off, we'll start with Finn, introduce your character, yada, 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 and then we'll move on. Wait, we're missing somebody, aren't we?
Grim. I don't know why Grim is just like hanging out in in the RSG chat.
Would you like to tag him and tell him that he's retarded?
Wake up, Grim! Wake up!
Hold on, let me just see what he said.
I even told him earlier after GAC that we were doing Dungeons & Dragons. He's like, oh yeah, that gives me plenty of time to go clean and get stuff done and blah, blah, blah.
Take a nap.
You know?
His character's unconscious from all his injuries. He'll wake up soon.
I mean, really?
So I played Darabit. He just said, whoops, hopping in now. All right. So I play Darabit,
Jesus.
who is a Twilight monk.
Christ. Dumbass. All right, Teals, you're up next, my friend.
I play as Corn Potho Nanuko, Corn for short. Play as a Chiss Jedi Scout.
Okay. Devil's Treasure.
Hey, I'm playing Jello Theta, the Abyss operative.
Mm-hmm. Corinth.
I play Talrax, a Sith pure blood Sith guy. Thank you.
Okay. And then Johnny M.
I am playing as Dr. Vornu Wizzy-Ladurum, a Chiss female droid engineer.
Mm-hmm. He's been
And
shot
Grim
in the
is a dead Trandoshan.
Apparently, Osk is Losk. Forgets to be on time for a stream that pesters me about. So that's just fantastic. So his dumbass will be here soon enough. But when we last left our characters, they had been involved in an epic battle. They had been trying to figure out who had done what. It led them back to a rendezvous where they realized they'd been set up. But as they were investigating, Devil's Treasure's character got caught, and then all of a sudden they sprung the trap. And with some luck and some good rolling and some horrible rolling and some very good use of skills, the characters were able to defeat all of the bounty hunter and scoundrels and defeat Zonos the Hutt. And afterwards, they were surrounded by security force personnel, but Mika appeared along with his posse and vouched for them, and along with Captain Kryn, and they were basically released and told that they were going to be meeting back at Mika's palace for a meeting to figure out what the next moves were. So our heroes are on their way back there, and because of this wonderful thing, since we're waiting for Grim to show up, and I was planning on doing this anyway, everybody gains a level! Yay!
Hey.
It's level time. So, everybody goes from 5 to 6, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
5.
Look at those happy punums. Look at all those happy guys. You got a level 6.
Now I gotta find my character.
My current
Page in the
hit point
book.
is gonna triple when I gain HP. Still brutally injured from the last battle.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you guys are back. I think he made it back to Mika's place. You guys were in the med ward, I think, getting patched up and stuff. So,
Oh, good. Did we get a long rest?
I think you'll be.
The med
fine.
thing was mainly for wasn't it Vornu?
I
Who
think-
tried to do something, got like super electrocuted at the very end?
Yeah. Well,
I'm
all
also
of you are
almost dead,
pretty beat
so-
up to shit.
Yeah, I'm at 2 hit
immediately
points,
going into
so-
med
Yeah,
bay.
so you're all in really bad.
I don't think I took a single point of damage.
No, you were sniping like a
Nice.
pro.
I don't even think I took that much either.
No,
So,
largely it was me and Devils
Yeah.
because we were up in the
I
front.
was bloodied in the front line scouting.
Yeah,
Me too. I was at 2 hit points.
and then
so.
Johnny M
Hooray.
because he got mouthy. There's Grim. Hey, thanks for being on time, buddy.
Hey, sorry, I was trying to help Algie out with some Galaxy Hero stuff.
You were not. You were dead.
I got sidetracked.
Dicking around.
I'm loading up Roll20 right now. Give me a second.
But your character gains the level. So we'll start,
oh, yay!
So we'll start with you, Finn. Are you you go to level 6? So are you for your hit points?
I'm sticking with Monk.
You can't go past Monk because remember my rules until you hit level 10 you can't do anything. So
yeah, no, Sean, yeah.
But are you rolling for your hit points? Who's here just taking their stat?
I'm just
block?
taking. I almost never roll.
Is everybody just taking? Okay, anybody rolling?
Yeah, I think I'm taking the base thing here.
No one's rolling? You know what? We need some kind of roll to start off with. What the hell? I'll go with it. Let's go with the roll.
Let's go with it. See what Finn
I was
gets.
gonna roll.
Oh, you're gonna roll? Okay, I'll let Teals roll.
Okay, Teals.
I'll let Teals roll. I don't want to roll. So.
Alright, what am I rolling?
For your
if
hit
you want to
points.
roll your hit points.
So roll your
Okay.
hit dice and whatever you get, you add your constitution.
You don't
and
have
stuff.
to.
You don't have to. You can take what's there, but I mean, it's up to you.
I'd like to live dangerously.
Okay.
Teals. James Teals.
Yay!
I'll let you re-roll
You wasted that 20
let
on
you,
an investigation.
I'll let you re-roll the 1. But if you get anything else,
There you go.
3 you have to take.
The reason we're all scared to roll hit points.
Is exactly that.
So con plus dice roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It tells you, what your hit points come from that. So.
Teals. So you said we end up at max hit points?
What's that? No, you take whatever. Like, there's a number there.
No, I know, but we're at max hit points for being at the med bay and everything.
Yeah, we'll see your hit points. Yeah, go ahead and you guys will, get
Okay.
your health points and stuff back. You guys are gonna take a. You guys need a long rest, and everybody's a little tired.
Oh yeah, we're
so-
back with Mika, aren't we?
Yes,
At his place.
at his
Cool.
father's palace up in the tower of Narshada.
Well, it's not his father's palace anymore.
No, he has taken the throne.
It's his palace.
Mm-hmm. So, if you guys want to say what you're getting for level 6, start with you, Finn. What are you getting for level 6?
Checking right now. So it looks like I gain another focus point.
Okay.
So I'll be up to 6.
Good.
My unarmed movement is now a 15 bonus, which means my speed goes from 40 to 45.
Mm-hmm.
I gain focus strikes. So that means that I have, for the purposes of overcoming damage immunity and stuff, my fists now count as enhanced.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm trying to figure out what my monastic order stuff is as a Terras Kazi. So that's what I'm trying to find right now. I get something at level 6 for being a Terras Kazi monk. I'm just trying to figure out what exactly it is. So bear with me as I try to find it here on this website.
Tails, what are you getting, my friend?
I gain some expertise and 2 more skill proficiencies.
Okay.
And my dog isn't listening. I get 1 more tech power, 1 more tech point. That's about it.
Okay. What about you, DT?
Oh yeah, so I think we might be the same class. I get expertise and 2 more skills, which I'll add in a second.
Okay.
And I get another tech point. I don't think I learn any new techs yet.
Okay.
Not till next level, so just expertise.
Johnny M, what are you getting?
Another tech spell or ability, another tech point, and then kind of a cool ability where essentially my droid sidekick attacks a bonus action on my turn plus their own attack.
Mm-hmm.
You're like ARC Trooper.
I was thinking more like Echo, but yeah.
Okay. Corinth?
Just force powers and force points.
Okay. And Graham?
Let's see here. I honestly don't know. Let me look up here real quick. Something called Force Purity and more force, actually. I get a new force power. Nice.
All right.
Oh, and actually, I shall live dangerously too.
You're gonna
I'm
roll.
going to roll hit points.
All right. Here we go. I mean, not bad. It's what you would have gotten anyway if you taken the,
Yeah.
I think you would have gotten 6.
Yeah, you lost 1 hit point. That's not terrible.
Yeah.
Good.
Better than
worse.
Teals' 1.
Oh God.
All right, I'm still. Where is the Terrace Kazi thing? I'm having a hard time finding it. Hold on.
It's in the expanded.
Yeah, it might be in the second
expanded
book.
Yeah, I think I had to. I think I downloaded that. I'm trying to find it now.
Where is it? Assets.
There it is. I found it. Okay, yeah, I downloaded the book just in case, so I have it in there. There we go.
Actually, no, it's not in the.
No, it's in the regular player's
Expanded
handbook, but it's
content.
not on the website one. That's the thing. So
Yeah.
at 6th level, I get Wholeness of Body, so I gain the ability to heal myself, equal to 3 times my monk level. So there you go.
Nice.
All right. I'll give you guys another minute or two to finish up your stuff. If you guys need more time, let me know, and then we'll get to the story.
Yeah, sounds good. I took investigation and perception, if you care, for my expertise. And I'm wondering, are we able to swap out tech powers when we level up? Like, can I exchange one of my powers with a different one?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna probably do that too.
But if you switch it out, then you have to get rid of the other one, right? Because you only have so many
Yeah,
slots.
yeah. That's what I mean. Like, just replace.
Yeah,
them.
I think so. Like you know, if you want to switch stuff out, that's fine. I'm not hung up about that. As long as you just have the certain amount that you can use. Period.
Okay, cool. Yeah, one of them hasn't really been very useful, so I'm probably gonna replace analyze.
Okay.
Oh, this is cool. Force purity. My character is now immune to poison and disease.
That you know.
That's
of.
cool.
Hooray!
Oscar's on a
Hey.
sexual binge.
So, Rooster, I did see your T-Money meme. I did like the T-Money meme. Now,
What?
I will mention, does anybody else see that Wayfair commercial and think that looks like T-Money?
Wayfair, you got just what I need.
There's this one commercial with this lady that's just sitting on a couch, and all of a sudden, like, the Wayfair thing just goes around and, like, changes her entire apartment. And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, that kind of looks like T-Money. Why is Wayfair changing T-Money's apartment? So that was my thought. So, yeah, if you want to go look it up, try to find that Wayfair commercial. All of a sudden, there's a lady that has, like, her entire apartment redone as she's sitting on a couch on her computer.
Whoops, wrong button. Sorry. Ignore that.
It's not a skill you have to use. It's.
By the way, hi Rooster, hi Yuta, hi Maz, hi Johnny.
Hey, Maz. Hey,
So I'm
Maz.
testing a tech power, making sure it rolls right.
Okay, this is Terrace Kazi. And this is from Monk.
So I'm taking Kolto packs, so I have some healing now. As much as I don't like to, I'll take it.
Healing seems to be useful.
Yeah, I'm tempted to take the Colto Cloud, but
Oh, are you on second level now? Second level spell?
I can get third.
Oh, dang. Nice. Yeah, I'm limited to first still.
Get third now too, yeah.
I'm only half caster, but that's fun. That's awesome.
All right. You guys one more minute to decide on what you need, and then we're going to get going.
I think I'm ready. There we go. Got the hit points. I gotta change it up here so it changes my hit die. Trying to make sure my hit die is up here. Aha! there anything else I'm missing? I think that's it. Do that. Hooray! Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Final call. Anybody need a couple more minutes or anything?
I'm just trying to type in a spell.
Yeah, I'm good here.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
All right. Go ahead.
Copy and paste is faster than typing.
Yeah, it is actually.
I had to copy and
Well,
paste both my abilities in there.
I mean, that's what it's going to end up being, but I'm sifting through, force powers because I get to
You
learn
haven't figured out
one
what
new
you're taking
force
yet.
power. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to grab. There are some
Yeah,
pretty cool
there's-
ones, like
there's
force
no way I can go through
hallucination.
all of them.
Forced masturbation.
I can make somebody trip balls.
Hey, Redstone M33 boy.
Hey, Redstone.
Says hi. Hey. Rooster says, Finn, why are you not a baby Yoda? There's only one child, and it is. I say
You can
unto
get
you.
force lightning now. Look out!
Oh, snap. Do you really?
Do it.
8d6 lightning damage. Boom.
I find your voice and impersonation of me lacks fidelity. Alright. Alright, you guys can finish it up. Let's get into the story here.
Yep, I'm set.
Okay, so you guys go to the healing part of the palace. You can see as you guys come in that the palace has been put back together, like nothing ever happened. You guys spend the rest of the evening and into the next day getting healed, resting, getting taken care of by droids and other personnel that are kind of getting you guys taken care of. You wake up the next morning a little bit sore, but feeling a little bit more refreshed from your day's previous combat. But just like with anything, you're still a little down. So you guys wake up, you're provided food, the best food, you guys eat your fill, and then you go to meet Mika. Mika again sits in front of you, looking stoic, but a little sad, and he is now where his father used to be on the on Gilead throne. And as you guys come in, he says, welcome, my friends. And he looks at you guys and says, I can't ever repay you guys or thank you enough for doing what you did for me and for my clan. But as some small token of my esteem, first, I've released your ship, and any damage or anything inflicted on it has been taken care of. So you guys have full access to your ship. And then he looks at each of you and says, you all have been from my clan savings. You guys will all be each given 20,000 credits. And then on top of that, as of right now, you may ask me one thing, and I will grant it to you. And then he slides over to you. He comes off his throne with his guards around him, and he comes up to you, Osk, and he gives you your lightsaber back. He says, I can't really keep this. I appreciate the gift, but I think in the coming future, you'll need this more than me. And then he slides back
Well,
over.
maybe one day I'll be able to return it to you as a gift
He kind of lumbers back.
when it is no longer needed for,
kinda gives you a
for what we
nod.
need to do.
So he goes and looks at each of you. He looks at you first, Finn, and he says, all right, what can I provide to you? Within my means, of course, but what do you need? What can I do as a favor to you?
I need a medical specialist to install this for me. And I take out the cybernetic hand and the dexterity chip that I have.
Okay, he says, at once. And someone comes over, he says, whispers to a droid, and the droid goes, oh, and starts running off. And he says, it'll be a few minutes. We do have a famous surgeon here, and we will get him here as soon as possible. And he kind of gives you that look like he will come whether he likes it or not kind of thing, to get your hand squared away. From there, he looks over to you, Teals, and he says, And what can the great Mika kind of pauses when he says great? What can I do for you? He pauses after and says, what can I do for you? He's looking at you, Tails.
I'm curious if you possibly had a way of upgrading my blaster carbine.
Yep. What do you want?
Just a way to possibly increase the power of its bolts that it shoots, or something of that sort.
Not sure we can arrange something, so he grants you that, and then whispers to somebody. You see a tech guy come over. So figure out what you want to use or do their Tails, and then we'll upgrade it. He looks at you, Johnny M, and your character, and says, and for the great doctor, what can we do for you?
I could definitely use a more combat-orientated droid.
What kind of droid are you looking for?
Well, I mean, an HK series would be amazing, but even an IG-86 would be suitable.
HK would be damn near impossible because they're as rare can be. An IG unit would not be as difficult. But it'll take some time. Is that all right?
Yeah, that would be fine.
Okay. All right. Then he looks at you, Oz. He's like, my friend, what can I do to return the debt that I owe you?
I say you've already done it for me.
Are you sure? There's nothing I can give you or something you need?
Clearing the name is good enough for me.
All right. We'll say we are even for now. He gives you a bow. He looks over you, Devil's Treasury, says, and for you.
Yes, Mika. It would be great, and I'll bring out the Empire droid that I got. You know, your father helped me acquire this droid, and I've really been looking for parts to enhance it with maybe some blasters. If you could help with that, that would be very
He kind of
much
looks at it. He says, I don't think you can come with blasters, but if there's anything else you want to do to it, I'm sure my engineers can make it happen.
Okay, great. I'll talk to the engineers then, see what options we have.
Yeah, figure out what you want to do besides blasters, and you can make it happen. And then he finally looks at you, Talrax Corinth. He says, what can I do for Lord of the Sith as such as yourself?
I believe that our debt will be repaid for now. Perhaps some small favor of what you've provided to my companions in the future, but something as a demand I am fine with for now.
This is your strange Sith. You sure there's nothing you want?
Corinth has no idea.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to.
Then he says, all right, a small favor in the future as well. So we'll say I owe you one.
I think I like that anyway than trying to figure out something new.
All right.
Cool.
So he says, with that, stay in touch. I will stay in touch with you. You guys can head back to your ship. Everything's been provided. Your stuff will be requested. Stuff that has been requested will be delivered to you guys. They're working on repairing your ship from the battle. There was some damage. So it'll be at least a couple weeks to get everything about the fire and everything that went on there, the thermals going off, things of that nature. So, and we'll check all your systems, things of that nature. Make sure your ship is running in tip-top shape, and then you guys can do what you need. But I will be in touch with you soon enough, and I will need you in the upcoming future, because although I've taken charge of the clan, there is so much more to be done. And with this Tempest problem, just say I'll need your help.
We look forward to future endeavors.
Yes, I'd love to find out who's behind this so we can put a stop to this drug.
All right, so you guys head back down through the turbolift back to the skiff, and you guys headed back over to your ship. You can see there's droids and people working on it. Previously, when you go into any kind of ship hangar, you see sparks flying and things of that nature. Things are being checked. Weapon systems are being checked. You see droids replacing some of the damage, blaster shielding, things of that nature. So you guys get back to your ship. Everything is in order. Your security protocols are in place. And we'll say it takes you guys a couple weeks to get this squared away, right? Because of all the fighting and stuff. And you guys are waiting on some things. About a week later in this time period, Jardy M, you get a person that comes up to you with a IG-88 unit with 2 blasters with it that comes up to you and says, all right, gives you the data pad, says this is supposed to be delivered to you, I believe, Doctor?
Yes, I've been waiting for that.
All right, so that is your new IG-88 unit. However, so this is the way it works. You can only take 1 droid into combat at a time.
Okay.
So if you're going to take the R2 unit, you take the R2 unit. If you take the IG-88 unit, you take the IG. You can't take both.
That makes sense.
So, but yeah, he's an IG-88 unit. You see he's coming with 2 standard rifles. They do 2d6 plus 6 damage.
11s.
Yeah, kind of in that vein, in that ilk.
Nice.
But
color me jealous.
he is
Johnny.
completely, but he's not gray. He's completely black.
Ooh.
Nice.
And you see that from you when looking at him and studying him. Once he activates, he comes online and says, I am IG-88, program of stealth security missions, protocol. Look, starts to turn around, identifying Doctor, and starts saying your name, and then it's coding. You know how this works. He's coding himself to you to take only direct commands from you.
Hello there now, my new friend.
Oh, Johnny, does he come with a self-destruct protocol as well?
It's normally a standard feature, so I'm sure he does, but hopefully we don't need to use that.
Yes, he does.
Great. I'll be away from him if we get cornered, just in case.
Well, as I said, we hope we never have to use it.
Yes, well, I came close to using mine, so I just want to prepare for the worst.
Yes.
Always prudent.
All
right, so do you want to just drop me a sheet and I'll fill it all in off the monster manual?
Just finish off the droid manual, whatever it is, IG-88. Just fill it in.
Yeah, but do you want me to just use a sheet for that, or
you can put it in your your character information sheet? The one area where you can put like treasure stuff like that. Just copy it in there. So yeah, or if you want to, it just makes sense for you to put it there. So
yeah, sheet's just a little easier because of the attack rolls and everything.
Really, it's going to come down. You just put it in there for now, then we'll see about a sheet and stuff. Just get the main stats in there.
All right.
Because I don't feel like dicking with the sheet right now. While you guys are there getting stuff, technicians come over to you, DT, and ask you what you want to do with your droids. That he's too small to equip any kind of blasters or anything. However, what kind of upgrades are you looking for?
Yeah, I'm trying to look at what options I have.
Probably get away with like a shock prod on something that's
yeah,
small.
he has
already
a
has shock prod already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They say they can only have one more upgrade because it's just your overloaded circuits if you try to put too much other stuff with them. So if you're going to want one thing...
Is there like maybe some kind of like a medical unit that I can attach so he can help heal us if required?
The engineer says, I never thought of that. And so he
like
looks at it and he says, yeah. And in fact, he takes him and takes your droid, and the droid just sitting there, looks to you, looks to him, looks to you, looks to him, and then stares hard at you, crosses its arms like, no, that dude's not touching me. And the guy looks at him like, all right, come on there, little fella. And he pushes a button and your droid goes, and freezes.
Be gentle with him.
He starts laughing, of course.
Yeah.
And then he kind of hooks on a little pack on the back of your thing, and he says, well, since this is coming from the hut, I can add this stuff there. So he puts 4 small, small back to stems in there. Says anytime you need one, just call it. He'll pop it up. It'll pop right into your hand, and you can use it. So you've got 4 back to healing that you can always replace. Small little heals. Gives you like the same as a beginning level stem.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
It says it'll take the other stims as well, but I don't have that kind of stim. But if you can find them, you can put them in there, and he can eject those to you as well.
Perfect. That'll do for now. Thank you for your help.
Says, but that's pretty much
Nice.
the only upgrading you can do for this little guy. I mean, he's pretty damn good droid. So I mean, other than that, that's about as far as we can go with that.
Yep, this will do nicely. Thank you.
All right. Who needed the weapon upgrade? Was that you, Johnny M? No, you have the
no,
IG
Teals.
unit. Okay.
Yeah.
Teals, you wanted the weapon upgrade, right?
Yes.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Either to something to increase accuracy or to put more damage out.
You can get the parts for that. I mean, are you looking for a better scope or you want more damage?
Let's do a better scope because I want to have hits land more reliably.
Okay, so you change out your scope with a better scope. This is a new kind of scope that you can put on. Can see infrared, can see night vision, can also has navigation on it, so you can tell the direction in which you're firing. Equipped with GPS that interlocks with your socket, if you had a socket, and then also it gives you a +2 to hit.
Wonderful. Thank you.
And Finn, what did your character want?
My hand replaced.
Okay, so yeah, second week of the weeks that you're there, the doctor shows up and arrives the day of, does the preliminary looking at your hand and the hand that you've got and stuff, and he says, okay, we'll set this up. He schedules it for you this next week, but it's now that week, the week of. You go in, they knock you, they kind of give you a local. You're kind of aware, but you don't feel anything because you can see there's droids and stuff. They remove your hand and put your new hand on. And, you know, they do that thing like you see with Luke Skywalker. You know, they touch the fingers and all that stuff after it's installed. It takes about 2 hours to do this, to remove your hand and put this biomechanical hand on. And so he says, now this is going to take a little bit used to, a couple days, but if there's any, he looks it over, says, went pretty well. Says, but you have to take this medicine for the next couple days just for infections. Gives you a prescription that you have to take, and the same kind of doctor stuff that you normally would. But says the area around where we attached will be a little itchy, and he gives you a cream for it. It's like, just rub that there. It'll be a little sensitive, but this will stimulate. This is a Bacta cream that will help you with stimulating the cells around there. But just get used to it, and you'll be fine. So you have your new hand, Finn.
Okay, and it's equipped with
Nice.
The dexterity augment, right?
Right.
Okay. I can't remember. We'll talk about it later. I don't remember what exactly the hand itself gives, but
I don't think the hand does anything but increases your dex with what you've got on there. Now the hand, I think, does +4 damage because it's a metal hand, unlike your normal hand. It's made of Durasteel.
okay.
So the flesh can be melted off, but I mean, this has a high indestructible, right? It can be destroyed, but it's
Just be afraid of ion damage now. This will
Well,
make
yeah.
you go.
yeah, pretty much. But
So
yeah,
+4 damage,
Quick.
and then I get what I get from the +1 dex bonus.
right.
I can see it now. He flips somebody off. They shoot him with iron damage, and he's stuck flipping people off for like a month.
But it's only on my left, so I have my other hand, and then I have my knee.
Yeah. All right. So you
Well,
guys,
in that week, just for role playing purposes, my character is practicing his new force power. He can levitate around, his lightsaber, turn on and off, send it over places now.
okay. So you guys see Os dicking around with his lightsaber, and then Corinth, you got your new ability. So everybody, you guys get your stuff, you get your equipment. You're provided with a full stim. Your medical section in your ship has been refitted with all medical stims and Bacta and all kinds of stuff. They've actually included a Bacta pool, not like the one you see in Empire Strikes Back, but a tub is put it in there because it's not enough space to put in a full Bacta back to tank, but they put in a back to tub so that you can put people in there like a tub.
Nice.
In there. It's kind of like a small little mini whirlpool that you can put in there and that you can use.
A good upgrade.
Yeah, so they put that in there for you guys as well. Go in, put in some little bit of nicer furniture for you guys. They didn't like the Imperial look, so they got a little bit more softer seats for you guys to sit on than the hard seats you had in there before. And had some padding and things of that nature. All right, that being said, you guys, during that time, Angela Corinne visits you guys, and you guys are all doing your stuff, and she comes in the ship. You guys are all kind of just chilling outside and doing your own thing, and she comes walking up to you, Finn, and she's like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Good.
She says, "How are the repairs going?"
I think they're going well. We had to check on the ship. They were working on it.
Okay, good. It's like, well, you know me, I'm not one to beat around the bush, but
There's a bush?
she looks at you very strangely, like, are you, what's wrong with you?
You said it was a bush.
Are you a child or a grown-up?
Depends.
She walks away from you, and then she goes over to you, Johnny M. Dr. Varus is like, I hate men.
Well, they have their uses at times.
And she points over her shoulder, pointing at Grim, like, he's very muscular and he's very physically fit, but he's an idiot.
Well, all of us have our gifts.
That's not one of his.
That's true. How can I help you?
Well, one, I just wanted to check in on you guys, and two, it's like I just needed to vent a little bit. I'm trying to find out more about this tempest, right? It's still a problem, and it's getting worse. And everywhere I go, I keep running into walls, or I get derailed. I mean, I was tracking this Twilight smuggler to the Ryloth system, only to get there and find out that the smuggler and the ship were destroyed. So it's like, every time I get close to sniffing this out, like where the tempest is coming from, because I thought with the death of Zonas something would change, but it hasn't. In fact, tempest is more prevalent in the public than it was before.
Well, when we were investigating leads into clearing our names, one of the things that we did come across is that it seemed as if the hut that we removed from the equation may have simply have just been a large quantity buyer, which would most likely go and put a lot more of the product out for public consumption. That would certainly go a long way towards explaining why there's more available on the street now.
She ponders this for a minute and stuff. Interesting. Well, I'm going to continue my investigation, but yeah, if I find out anything, I'll let you guys know, and I would appreciate if you guys find out anything to let me know.
Absolutely.
This is a
Do you have any idea?
CSA priority.
Do you have any idea on where it's produced or how it's produced?
No, and every time I try to find out, I'm stymied. So she's like, I'm on my way. I have some context and stuff that I'm going to go try to work on, but I'm getting ready to head off world in my ship. So I'll be back in a while, hopefully. Yeah, I'll get in touch with you guys here soon enough.
All right. I would say that just before you leave, perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to see if you could procure some of it and perhaps have some of your scientists run a biomolecular signature test on it. See if perhaps there's any markings in the genetic structure or chemical makeup of it that may give away some sort of location as to where it was made or how it was made. If it's a purely synthetic drug, that would be more difficult. But if it had a nature base or any sort of organic component to it, that may help more.
Alright, I guess I'm looking at something. Okay. All right. So you guys, she goes on her way, and then she takes her leave, and then another week goes by. You guys are all equipped and fitted. You guys are getting ready to go, and you guys are in your ship getting ready to head out when...
Are we able to shop and just grab a few things here?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna grab a friction grip gear.
Okay.
And I think that's the main thing I wanted.
Okay, anybody else?
Can I buy a restraining bolt for a droid here and another thermal to replace the one I used?
Yeah, you're able to find that.
Okay, cool. I'll just pay the book price.
Yeah.
What about more of the heal packs or whatever?
You guys have basically have like 30 back to stims or whatever in your medical bay that you guys can either leave on there or grab a couple for yourself. So
okay,
right. I'm gonna grab 3 out of it just to take my level up to 5.
Yeah. So those are the 2d4 plus 2 hit
Yes.
points. Okay. And do those match what I can load in the droid?
Yes.
If I need to? Perfect. I'm gonna grab 4 of them too.
Corinth, you still have all the other ones from previously.
Well, didn't I end up giving some to someone else?
No, I
or-
think you used them all on yourself. Yeah.
We never got them from you.
Well, I mean, why don't we pass them out now?
I don't know how many you have left, so.
That's okay. I took from that common pool.
All right.
Are we able to buy a jetpack here too?
No.
No. Okay.
Nice try.
Also,
Hey, it's in the items list, so figured I'd ask.
Yeah,
No,
it sure is, but it's not for you. You're not just gonna find one of those.
can I get a full set of Mandalorian armor? Please?
No, you cannot. I have
what's the shot?
spoken.
I have
Could I-
10. Is that right, Ranger? That's what I have. It's 10 stems, right?
I don't remember what the number
Okay.
was.
Yeah, I
so-
mean that's what I. So I believe that's correct. I thought someone had taken a couple of me in the last encounter. That's why I was just double checking. So if someone wants to take some of them or not, otherwise I'll just leave 10 on my character sheet. Sure.
Yeah, pass them out as needed. Ranger, is there any way that I could maybe just improve my sniper rifle a little bit to attack, maybe like a +1 version?
You're not going to find anything like that here. You'd have to go to the black market or something like that.
All right, I mean over the couple of weeks that we're here.
Make a persuasion check to see if you can talk some people and they'll let you find this.
Where did persuasion go? At 20.
Yeah, actually you are. So you're able to find a scope. It's nothing like the one that Teal's character gets, but it is a +1 to hit scope that you're able to add on there. It just helps. It's a better scope that's faster in zooming. It's more stable with its targeting and stuff. So yeah, you get a +1 scope.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
How much did that cost me?
Standard book price. Make sure you mark that off. But then again, you guys all just got 20,000 credits plus all the other money you have. So
Yeah, I'm assuming for the record that you guys are taking this out of personal funds, not the party credits.
Yeah, the 20,000 or whatever that we just got from Zonos is what I'm taking out of.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
all right, as you guys,
Yeah, we still haven't technically done anything with the rest of that.
on the day you guys get ready to leave, you've done a few, during this time, you know, these past few weeks and stuff, you've done a few little odd jobs for Mika here and there, you know, security, things of that nature, you know, nothing major, you know, just little things that he needs done, just so he feels a little bit safe with you guys around, meetings, things of that nature. So you guys showed up as kind of backup for him when he's having meetings with some of the other huts and stuff like that. So the mere presence that, like, he just in one scenario, you guys he just actually just showed up and stood next to him, you know, not behind him but next to him. And so just the fact that you guys were there kind of scared some of the other huts who looked over to see the Sith Chiss Empire standing there next to Mika with all its glory, with two Sith lords or two Sith and a bunch of Imperials in full uniform and garb, kind of freaks them out a little bit. He never implies that you were with him, he just calls you his friends, but they get the message. So in doing so, he's saying they're with me, but they're not officially with me. But I could use them. And so the other huts are kind of like, oh, shit. So you see that a few of those meetings you guys are just there as more as decoration for him, as kind of a stopgap to some of the other huts who may be thinking to make a move on him. So then you guys have gone with him to a couple other meetings with some huts where you guys are the first ones to walk in, and you guys remember one hut he was like, what? What is this? So along with his other personal guards and stuff like that. So Mika's kind of using you guys a little bit like that. But as you guys get ready to take off, you're making
smart.
Yeah. The day you guys are getting ready to leave, you guys are kind of just chilling your ship. You kind of get the beeping sound that message is coming across. One of the droids comes over to you, Johnny, and says, Master, there's a call coming in from Mika the Hut.
Oh, please put it through.
Do you want me to gather everybody else?
Yes.
Your droid makes this little sound like laughing, amused that you have to include the others.
They have their uses, Zeta.
All right, so you guys all walk into the hollow.
How does it call us? Does it just start going like ew, ew in our ears?
No, it's just a just a simple little light flashes, little bing, but the droid.
Your droid is all nice.
No, not the droid.
Sure.
I don't know how his droid reacts. Maybe it's a little laugh or something.
I thought a droid was gonna like burst our eardrums to tell us that there's a message.
No,
it comes in and shocks you.
No,
the droid
there's a message.
Your droid under the protocol. The protocol droid comes around and tells each of you that there's a message from Mika, and to meet into the room. You guys all gather, and then Mika flickers above the holo projector. His voice seems louder and more booming than you last saw him, which is about a week ago. Though he still does you the honor of speaking in basic, so he doesn't speak in Huttonese. He says, "My friends, I have need of your services one more time." He says, "I have an extremely valuable cargo that needs to be shipped to the palace of Luger the Hutt on Jordruda. It is a gift meant to seal a bargain between our two clans. I know that you and Luger have not gotten along before, I don't believe." He kind of looks around. "Did you guys get along?" He looks over to the droid. "Did they get along?" He's like, Luger was with Zanos. Oh, shit, that's right. He's with my enemy. He's like, okay. Well, nonetheless, you are my representatives, and they would not dare lift a hand against you. In fact, should you wish to speak to Lugra with impunity about anything or any problems in the past that have happened recently, this would be a great opportunity. If not, just deliver the cargo and be on your merry way. Says, of course, you will be compensated for your time, and then you guys see that he says, "Will 10,000 credits in total work for you guys?"
Out of character, where are we familiar with this location? I don't remember the guy.
No. He was one of the huts that was there during Papara's party and stuff. You guys met him briefly. He was one of the huts that was vying for power when everything happened and transpired. You don't know him that well. I was trying to think if you guys had interacted with him more than you did at the party, but
yeah, I don't think we did. We, other than learning his name, I think that's all.
Yeah, just introductions and a few conversations, but nothing like that. So, but Mika was trying to remember if there had been more, because a lot of shit went down to that party. So he was kind of thinking about it. He says, "Can
you tell us a little bit about where he is?"
Yeah, he's in. He's on his planet. I've sent you the coordinates. He has his own base of operations there. So,
how far away is it, like, for us to travel in our ship? Is it like weeks, days? Like,
it's a 2-day trip.
And what is the planet like? Is it cold, hot, what?
It's kind of like Nar Shaddaa.
Okay,
it's just like a giant city.
Sounds like a plan to me. We'll leave as soon as the shipment is on board.
He says, And it says now the shipment is a pair of domesticated Carillion sand panthers, one male and one female. It says these creatures are very difficult to tame, and therefore domesticated ones are highly prized. This is the gift that I'm giving, so make sure they get there.
I'm assuming you'll provide some kind of skiff to transport them.
I look around and say, who has animal handling?
Well, I mean, are they caged? Like, I assume they're caged, right?
No, we're not letting them free on the ship.
Right. That's what I'm.
No, somebody's got to draw the short straw and have to feed them.
Just drop it in their cage.
He says,
We have
not to
droids for
worry,
that.
not
We have
to
droids.
worry. I have someone you're very familiar with. I'm going to send Orgamon, my Nikto advisor, along with you. He will take care of all that stuff. So all he'll do is he'll load him into your cargo bay. He'll take care of all that, and he'll accompany you there with you as well.
What about the female that my friend our companion was so rude to? What was her name? I'm looking at my friends. Corn doesn't remember.
Female? What are you talking about?
You're talking about the captain,
Angela Crane?
Angela Kryn?
That just
Yeah.
talk, please?
Yeah.
Well, unless Johnny M
This
told
doesn't
you.
concern her.
Johnny M didn't mention that he talked to you guys about having the conversation he did. So
She had to go and run some other errands. She just asked us to look into things if possible, but she'll contact us soon.
She didn't seem to want to talk to me.
I
No.
believe that you annoyed her.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yes, it does.
So it's because it's been about
She
2
was
weeks
talking about
since
a
we
bush
saw.
or something. I kind of lost
It was.
track.
It's been 2 weeks, right, Ranger, since we've spoken to Mika.
it's into 3 weeks. Yeah, now.
Is it?
I mean, you've done
What a-
missions with him and stuff. You've done some light favors for him, like security detail, being kind of the backstage enforcer, kind of, just standing there looking all rough and tough and stuff. So when certain meetings with Huts happen, they get the message that there's
Don't
more to
wanna-
Mika than they want to mess with.
I don't want to spend too much of your time, Mika, but perhaps you could put us in contact with one of your advisors or someone on your information board or something, so we could get an update possibly on the spice on your planet.
Oh, I mean, he kind of stops like, it's a public menace, and if I find out anything, I'll let you know. But it's all we can.
So
to do
it
this.
has continued.
We're actually trying
increase.
to increase the law banning the spice, but I have to deal with the local government here with that. But I haven't heard anything.
We'll see what we can find out.
All right, so Orgamon will be here in a few moments. I'm sending him now, and he says I'll feed you the coordinates. You guys look at the coordinates. He says now this is his summer palace on Judruda, and is on the edge of the corporate sector. And you guys are familiar with this. This is on the edge of Republic space, and the corporate sector is where a lot of the stuff gets built, and a lot of these planets, like the banking clan and stuff like that, are in this area. He says, "Is there anything else?"
When the panthers are delivered, would you please be kind enough to send along some histamine blockers? I am allergic to cats.
You are not allergic to cats. Get out of here, Johnny M.
We need Allegra for the mission.
Don't worry, I got this cream and stuff for my hand. It might work in your nose too.
It's more my eyes that swell shut.
I have something that
Oh, you can put these in your eyes too, I think.
I think I'll avoid that.
Okay.
I'll just go to the med bay and see if I can fabricate something.
If you don't mind, can I still go shopping really quick before
Yeah,
we
I
leave?
was about to ask that too, Finn.
Yeah, I need
I'd
to
like to do
re-equip
some
on
shopping.
some things if we're doing this now.
I should have
Did we have
asked
a-
Mika for this, but I mean,
Oh, mine isn't Mika stuff, but do we have a few moments, Ranger, where we can just go buy some small things really
you
quick?
need some last minute stuff. Go do it.
Yep. I'm gonna get
'Cause I had-
a hidden. Yeah, go ahead, Grim.
go ahead.
You go.
mine-
Mine's simple.
Requires some other stuff. Go for it, Finn.
Oh, I was gonna go get a hidden blade and stick it in now my glove that I have over my left hand, where my metal one is, and kind of just wrap it to my forearm, and have that, and then also buy a bunch more vibro darts
That's fine. Just mark it off.
Yep.
Book price. That's pretty common.
Yeah, I was expecting full. I don't really negotiate on this one, so
Yeah.
yep. That's pretty much it that I'm getting.
And you don't get overcharged. None of you guys have been overcharged for any of this stuff because you're kind of infamous now on this planet. So, and you got the weight of Mika the Hutt. So that's in your benefit as well. What did you want to do, Grim?
I was going to look for a light shield generator. I want to upgrade to some more armor. I had forgotten that I had that plan last time.
Yeah, you don't.
I should have asked Mika about it.
Yeah, you don't really find anything like that. Plus, you know that the armor that you want to use here is not conducive with you using the Force. So, you know that in the Sith Chiss Empire, you can find there's specialized armor that is designed for Force users, because certain types of metals and stuff like that limit you more in the Force, right? And because of your lightsaber fighting techniques, that's why you don't see a lot of heavily armored Jedis or Sith.
I know, but I'm using Darth Vader's fighting style.
He was different. Unless you want to become a cyborg, no.
Which episode did Vader have a shield?
Well, I was thinking the light shield generator would be for like when I'm closing in. In melee, it wouldn't be turned on, of course.
Yeah,
but that's fine. I don't mind.
Yeah,
I'd be more Vader. I'm the Force user that blends with tech, so I get that, not you.
Who says you're getting it, bitch?
Oh, I'm proficient in heavy armor. Are you?
Yeah.
All right, the dick sizing contest is over.
No, that's pretty much.
But
what
yeah,
I was
you know what? You keep that in the
for.
back of your mind. You do have a favor with Mika, so when you try to go, when you get back to the Sith Chiss Empire, you know what you're looking for and stuff like that. So,
okay,
which it can be designed
I wanted
for
to
you.
ask.
Yeah, but you have to kind of earn that kind of armor and stuff too. You kind of know that too. You have to be higher up in the hierarchy of Sith too. You have to kind of prove yourself first, for that kind of armor to be given to you.
Makes sense.
And created for you, right? So there you go. All right. So you guys lock and load. Who's flying the ship?
That would be
That's
Teals.
me.
I'm on the guns.
Make a pilot check. Let's see if you can get out of the loading dock. You do excellent.
I'm still waiting for one of the Galaxy quests. Scream!
If you want that, put me on pilot.
Yeah, let pretty much anyone else pilot. That will happen.
Yep, that's... Wait, what are you rolling, Finn?
Ignore. I'm adding the hidden blade to my character sheet. I'm trying to add the blade to my sheet.
Don't stab the controls of the plane while we're trying to take
I thought
off.
that's how you pilot.
No, that's why we don't let you fly.
He's like all tiny. It's all ping, ping. Ooh.
Vornu will pull her keys out of her pocket and sort of jingle them. Come with me. Come on.
The IG unit looks over to you and says, Master, that one's lacks intelligence. Should I vaporize him?
I knew I should have asked for one of those, robotic guns that can point behind me so I could aim it at Ben.
Okay.
Yes,
like
the
to do
shoulder-mounted third gun that just only points at Finn. The Bill Burr special.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right. So you guys get off. You take off. You plot your navigation. You don't really need to do that because you have droids in a navcom. You have a nav computer all set up now. You guys it's a 2-day event. It's really uneventful. If there's anything, conversations or anything you want to have while you're there, or get prepared before you get out of hyperspace, you can do that now. Now's the time to say something or we'll move on.
I think we're
I'll
good.
just read a hollow novel and relax.
Okay.
I'll keep on studying Huttonese, so.
All right, make an intelligence check.
I say, can I assist him since I'm fluent?
No, you may not, because he didn't ask for your help.
Wow, 20.
Wow, you go really well. You've learned 75% of the language, so you can speak in somewhat fluent language. Reading it's a little bit harder, and writing's a little bit harder, but you can understand conversations pretty well.
Nice.
So you're getting there. Getting there. Not quite there yet, but you're getting there. All right, anybody else?
Yeah. While we're traveling, I want to go down to where these, what are they called? These big panther things?
Sand panthers.
Sand panthers.
Yeah, you see that Orgamon, who's been on the ship with you guys. He loaded up the cargo. He has a droid that is monitoring the two panthers. They're in, not steel cages. They're in they're in one area, big giant cube that has got energy force fields around it. And they're just kind of sitting there, just kind of sleeping a little bit. When you come in, Orgamon tells you a little bit about them, and it says, and we keep them sedated pretty much. So not heavily, but lightly sedated. So they're just kind of like, not too rambunctious.
Ah, fascinating. Where did they come from?
What do you mean? Weren't you told that?
Not which planet they're native to.
Well, what are they called? He just looks at you like you've lost your mind.
Sand panthers?
And where are they from? Or what was the first
from
name?
Tatooine? I don't know.
He says they're called Carillion sand panthers.
Carillion, sorry.
So if we use our brain, they would be from...
Yeah, Carillion. I got it. Sorry,
Gotcha.
I missed
Okay.
that part.
That's all right.
Like, what are you using to sedate them?
Just a light drug. A light tranquilizer. Nothing.
Interesting.
Nothing.
What can you tell me about this cage? This is quite impressive technology.
I mean, it's a standard cage. It's something we kind of one of the animal handlers came up with, so that the animals can see they're not in a cage. So more reliable.
That's cool. I'll just spend some time kind of studying how it works and.
Yeah. You learn about the engineering aspects of the cage. It's pretty ingenious. It's simple, but efficient, right? So you're pretty impressed with the design of this cage for carrying live animals like this. It's not invasive to the animal, and it doesn't feel like a cage because it's invisible. Like the force field's invisible, right? So when you look at it, you see four corners. Like you think of a three-dimensional rectangular kind of box, and you see that it's invisible, but when you touch it, there's energy there.
Oh, cool. So there's no corners, or everything's there.
Yeah, you see in the corners there's certain so in each corner, so the bottom part it's solid. As you go up, in each of the four corners on the top, there's like a little bit of metal that you see there, and where you see where all the force fields interconnect on this field.
Cool. So it's like one of the holocron cubes only.
Yeah, think of a Rubik's cube. The bottom is solid, where there's something inside that they can lay on something solid, and then around it, and each of the four corners up top, there's small little. You figure out that it's with your engineering. You don't really have to roll for this. They're just converters, and they are basically there to redirect the energy of this field and keep the field stabilized.
Cool.
And you see that it got redundant systems in it, so that if that one fails, the other ones can overcompensate from the bottom to keep. So it'd have to be a full system failure for them to get loose.
Great. That's good. And then I also want to see, is there what are they eating? Do you have food that you have taken for them? I'm curious.
They eat meat.
What's that?
They eat meat.
They just eat meat, so they have like a random crate of meat in here.
I mean, they hunt what would you call it in your world?
So I guess what I'm trying to say, Ranger, I want to see if they brought on any other crates or anything with these things, and I want to
make an insight check.
Okay.
Or no, make a perception check.
Perception. Okay. 11.
No, you really like this cage.
Okay.
Don't see anything.
I want to learn how it works too. That's all.
In other words, DT is paranoid after the last pair of crates that were loaded on our ship.
I mean, no, that's.
I don't blame you. I
also really want to learn how the cage works in case I need to build something like it in the future, maybe. Or, if they get out.
To trap a particularly stupid monk.
Yeah.
Or Finn.
Ooh, piece of candy. Oh, piece of candy.
Exactly.
Oh, piece
Pretty
of
much what
candy.
you'll have to do.
Finn gets
Hey,
knocked
Finn,
out.
There's a bionic arm in the middle of this room. Go check it out.
Ooh, bionic arm. Ooh, bionic arm.
Ooh, piece of candy.
That's all.
Put
from
Finn
me.
in a
I'm happy
box
with
and
that.
then send him to like Dathomir.
The airlock.
Yeah, he wakes up in a box, it disappears, and then he's on Dathomir with a couple of Rancors.
It's a monkey in a box.
Step 1, put your Finn in a box. Step 2,
Make the sisters open that box.
Step 3. And that is how we do it.
Yes.
It's my Finn in a box. My Finn in a box. Okay, we're getting off target. Anybody else? Last call. Anybody want to do anything on these 2 days of uneventful travel?
I'm just going to be getting used to my arm,
Oh,
taking
you're
my medicine,
well adapted.
cream, all
Yeah,
that stuff.
you're past the medication point, so
Oh, I am? Okay.
yeah. And your arm is fine.
Do I have any medicine left over?
No, you have to take all of it.
Okay. So I'll just remove it from my character sheet then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just 3 day supply, just initially to help with the
Oh,
stimulation.
you know how sometimes the doctors give you a little bit of extra dose so you have like leftover at the end of it and that kind of stuff. I wasn't sure if I had any.
What kind of doctor are you, Finn?
Dr. Finn gives the overdose subscription.
Good Lord, Finn, do you really do that?
Dr. Fingood. Remind me to go to you for
What the
prescription.
hell,
He-
man?
actually,
That's
he's not
actually
wrong.
true.
Some doctors do that.
Antibiotics,
Why?
you sometimes give an extra dose just in case it prolongs and they need time before they can come back. So you give them
Okay.
a few extra
Exactly.
days of antibiotics or like ointment cream for antisteroidal because usually that comes in a tube that's bigger than how much you need. So that's why I wasn't sure if I had any left over.
No.
I
Jesus
just like the
Christ.
idea of like your script is double what you need.
Mhm.
It probably happens. You're right.
Maybe I need to get some, just for fun, some Viagra for Finn. Like, oh, happy birthday to me, extra Viagra. But then Finn's like, no, I didn't give you extra. That's bad. What do you mean?
Actually, that usually is because those are given as needed. So because they're PRN, they'll give you like, I don't know, whatever your doctor tells you if you need.
Oh, I'm
like,
gonna
1 day or
lie.
something.
I lie. You know, like, oh, I have a condition.
They'll give you extra. They won't give you like extra for the sake of saying it's extra. They'll give you a dosage that'll cover, and then if you don't use it the right way, then you'll
Wink,
have
wink,
extra.
nod, nod. Say no more. I know the deal. I'm just giving you shit, Finn.
Okay,
All right.
there you go. Rangers got the extra strength Viagra coming from
Yep.
Finn.
I'm looking for ointment, and
I-
Ranger's looking for Viagra. That's the way that this goes.
That's
at
the way it
RSG.
works. Yeah, this is
Well,
kind of
That's
addicts
like
we
what
are.
happened to me when I had my appendix out. They gave me a full bottle of hydrocodone, and I never used it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Remind me to give you my address after this scream. You can just send that to me.
No, they're for the Sand Panthers, just in case they get rowdy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's mainly what I want to know. Like, if they get out, what do we do? How do I sedate them? I guess that's the last thing I'll ask him. Like, can you show me how the sedatives
Well,
work?
you shoot him with this, and then next thing we know, Finn's over here all.
That might happen eventually, but
Look,
first-
guys, I only got another hour to get this. Would you like to play the game, or we want to talk about medication?
I don't know, they're kind of fun. Okay, sorry.
It's Sunday. It's
I
my
can
day
think
to
of
eat
worse things to
steak.
talk about.
Y'all talk whatever you want. I'm just here, so you guys got 51
See, I
minutes
have
before
ramen.
it's time for me to go
Oh.
eat steak.
And apparently, the virtual background doesn't like showing my ramen.
No.
You know? It's my ramen in a box. All right. All right, so as I said, it's uneventful. Now, as you guys get ready, you come out of hyperspace, no problem, near the planet. You're immediately held by two well-armed Hutt caravels that hail you and says, please identify yourself.
Transmitting ID now.
All right, so you can transmit your ID, says, state your intentions. That
We
would-
have a gift from Mika for, what was the dude's name? It started with an L. Sorry, I forgot to write it down.
I'm not gonna tell you unless you make an intelligence check.
It was Mugro, right?
I did not. Well, say what you think it is, Grim.
The hut. I see him struggling. It's the hut.
Yeah.
They just come over the comms like, say again, over.
Vornu will step over to the comm. We are here to speak to Luda the Hutt. We
Who?
are on a mission from Papara.
From who?
Oh my god.
Stand by, vessel.
I'll yell
Is
over to
dead.
them.
It's from
It's not
Mika.
Spyra, it's from Mika, and we're here to see
Ah,
Mika.
crap.
All right.
I wrote that down wrong.
The guy comes over and says, "Are you the ambassadors from Meek at the Hut?"
Yes, that's us.
Yes.
Oh my! And it's Lungru.
Okay.
Thank you very much. You have prevented something very awkward.
You just hear silence over the conference for a second. It's like, right. Just go to the landing pad. He clicks off the thing. And you guys are instructed to land at, and you see the coordinates. It's actually at Lungru's palace, where you're prepared to offload the cargo. So you guys come in for your landing. Make a piloting check.
19.
Yep, you do a great job. As you come in, as you guys get into the atmosphere, you see this, like a lot of huts, they like hot planets. So this one's kind of like, unlike Nar Shaddaa, which does have vegetation and stuff on that, but it's a little bit more like jungle kind of hot with its own kind of stuff. But this area of this planet is, I mean, this is mostly a largely uninhabited planet. There are some habitations and stuff on the planet cities, but this one's pretty much uninhabited. And it's, where you're coming in is a very large dust area with dust storms and barren rock. And you can see that as you head toward it, that in the surrounding area, Lungru's Palace is the only structure of note in the general vicinity. There's a large landing pad half a kilometer from the palace, and no other starships are currently docked here. You guys land without incidents, although the caravels, the two pilots that are flying with you, warn you that stay on course. Any deviation or anything, we will open fire and attack. You try to go anywhere else.
Understood.
I just assess their weapon systems while we're flying. Are
Pretty
they
good
like,
at you. Make a technology check.
25.
Yeah, pretty good arm. I mean, they're pretty. I mean, really good fighters. So you can tell that they are not too shabby. Not state of the line, but you can tell that these are well put together. Can take some hits and can dish out some damage if need be.
Okay, cool.
But you guys land with no problems because of the great piloting of Korn, aka Teals, and you guys get set up. Orgamon comes out with you. As you guys open your back landing pad, you open your back entrance to the ship. At the landing pad, a group of 7 armed Serines, those are the pig people, guard a hover skiff. Behind them stands a being that looks familiar, but you can't quite make out who it is. But he's a Serenian too. And he comes up and says, "My name is Kir Sasad." He comes over to Orgamon, and they have a few words, and he directs them to unload the cargo. And that takes about 10 to 15 minutes to get that unloaded and stuff. You guys are kind of sitting there with all these guards and him talking with Orgamon. And as you're waiting, he comes over with Orgamon. Orgamon comes, sits next to you, and Kirstados sits forward to speak with you guys. He kind of makes an assessment of all you guys. He waits until the cargo's loaded, and then his demeanor changes completely. And he looks at all of you and he says, "You all caused me a great bit of trouble back there on Nar Shaddaa. The almighty and massive Lungru was most displeased that I had not predicted that outcome. He's not forgiven me yet, nor has he forgiven you for ruining somewhat of his plans made with Zonos. I think perhaps Lungru might be hampered if you all cease to be a factor in HUD affairs. And then you see 7 of the guards, some more guards come out, and you have 12 guards pointing their blasters at you. What do you guys do?
I disappear.
Okay.
Literally fade out of view.
Where are we in relative to everything?
You're right behind the back of your ship. You're on this landing dock. Here. Let me draw because you guys can't use your brains. I learned that the hard way last time.
Yeah, thanks. While you're drawing, can I just clarify one thing? So this guy that we're talking to, we met him at the party, and he was just one of the...
He was Lunger's kind of... He's his personal advisor.
He's like the right-hand man that we're talking to.
Yeah. All right, let's draw because these potato heads can't use their imagination. So here's the back of your ship.
The stream will appreciate the visuals.
I'm just doing it like this. Here are you guys standing here.
No, we do need brains. What else? 73 because we have to blast them out onto the ground.
Kind of hanging out here. There's you guys. Here's him standing in front of you, and then you've got 12 guards kind of in a circle here. The ship that they came on is here. So that gives you guys a direction here. But there's 12 of them here. They're all pointing their weapons at you when he says that.
Are these sand panthers already outside?
They've already taken the panthers away.
Okay.
I'm gonna blurt out here. Wouldn't it be more worthwhile for you to make the deal with us that you had with Zonos rather than making anger of Mika and all of the huts over there?
Are you trying to use persuasion or intimidation on this, Finn?
Probably more persuasion.
All right, so make a
although I have no skill in either, but
persuasion check.
Nice system.
9. Yeah, you can you use this?
No, because you said it too late, but I'll let you make your own roll.
Okay.
So Finn, you start speaking, and then you feel this hand on your side as the mighty Tarax comes forward. And what do you say to this person?
I say, I believe it would be worthwhile, much in your interest, for you to take a second thought for what you're about to do. It would be perhaps in some profit to you if you were to make a deal with us instead.
Let me know when I can do something.
The Syrian kind of looks at you and it's like, He turns around to the guards and lowers his weapons. He says, I like you. It would have been to my benefit to kill you, but I see that if I let you guys do what you do, this could be to my benefit as well. He's kind of rubbing his lower cheek, that big piggy cheek that you see from Return of the Jedi. It's like, Very well, go about your business. I will think about what you have said.
Contact us later.
And then he leaves. They leave. 25, Jesus Christ. You could have talked him out of his pants at that point.
Much better than what I was going to do.
Could you go ahead and have your guard sign over to us?
Oh, yes, right this way. Yeah, let me just...
Since you're talking about leave your pants before you walk away.
He just looks at you like, no. They walk away. All right, so you guys make the delivery. Orgamon looks at you, Tarx, and says, well done.
I fade it back where the pig guy was standing and say, well, I was kind of hoping to present Logra or whatever his name is with this dude's head, but I guess we could have talked it out instead.
There's still time for that.
Oh, Buddy's here. Oh, we need a buddy break. Come here, buddy. Buddy, come here. Come here, you big poo. What are you doing? He's playing hard to get. Hold on.
Sometimes it's beneficial.
Let's get a buddy. Let's get a buddy. No, hold on. Give me a second.
It's a Wookiee.
Buddy.
For the purposes of this stream, it's a baby Wookiee.
Yes, we've got one of Zonos's his assistants.
Mm-hmm.
Come here. Come here, buddy.
Quick, he's distracted the DM. Steal everything.
Come on. Everybody wants to see you. No, don't.
definitely get in that NPC's pants now.
Vornu
Okay.
strongly protests.
Why, you need new pants? Didn't you get shot in the butt like 3 times?
Yes, I bought a new pair on Nashida. I just do not want to see him ungobbed.
Fair enough. Neither do I.
Would you say?
We'll
you
just
want
shoot him
holes
in the
your
butt.
pants?
Are open.
I bought new ones.
I believe you had a bento box you were saving for dinner. Please give it to me.
We're not playing. We're here to. Your public wants to see you, buddy.
He's a baby Wookiee for the purposes of the stream.
This is the original version of the Stroken Wookiee. Buddy, what do you think? Think of all this Star Wars
needs-
stuff. Huh?
He needs
so
a bowcaster.
Oh, we'll get him one. Don't worry,
Bandolier.
buddy.
Just have him like holding
All
it.
right, buddy.
His arm is ready. Like his arm is in a
know.
position to shoot it right now.
Buddy?
Caster is ready.
All right, what do you think we should do with it? Should they all die? What do you think? No. He comes and plays, and then he wants me to come get him and then pick him up because he's a big old baby. That's right. You're a big baby.
Just a 50-pound baby.
It's not that heavy.
He's a baby Wookiee. He has to be kind of big. Wookiees are big.
That's right. You love it. What do you think we should do with the characters? Think we should kill them? Yes? No? I know what you're trying to do, buddy. You want to try to run upstairs because Mom's cooking some food, and you're like, I want to see if I can get some. Yes.
He
you're-
knows
you're-
it's
you're-
Steak Sunday, Ranger.
I know. He smells it too. All right. Go get her.
Yeah, I don't get to cook mine till 8 o'clock either. So
He comes in. He looks at me like, yeah. I can hear my mom says, "Oh, you see that I got food?" He's like, "Yes, I do, and I know exactly what to do to get some." All right. So, So you guys get back on the ship with no incident, and then you guys make a piloting check to get out of the loading dock. That would be you, Teals.
Just real quick, the Orga, the guy that came with us, he's coming with us.
Orgamon,
right?
yeah,
Orgamon?
he's coming with you.
Okay.
That's good enough. All right, you guys get into orbit and get ready to head off when you hear a message, a deep blares to life, and then you see the mini projector next to where in front of you Tarax Corinth pops up, and a deep loud voice of Luger the Hutt can be heard in the background, while a familiar Syrian voice translates his speech into basic. He says, "My master wishes to convey his apologies and says good help is hard to find in these times. My employees overstepped themselves, an occurrence unlikely to happen again." He looks over, it's like, kind of winces. "Extend my greeting to Papyrus' treasured successor, Mika the Hutt, and have no fear of my wrath. So long as you work with Mika, I shall seek no redress against you."
Of course.
All right. There's a pause during which you can hear Luger's breathing, the sound of something getting hit. Come over with the comm leak, followed by a closing door.
Yay! 50 lashings for the insolent slayer.
Pretty much. When Luger speaks again, his words are translated to basic, not by a Syrian, but by a droid of some kind. It says, "My master wishes to convey the following message. Mika is not the Hutt his father was, but he is successful and profitable. I suspect you will find his collar less comfortable than Papyrus, and his leash not quite so long." And then the comm leak goes dead.
I wish I was there to see him getting flogged. That would be awesome.
All right. So that happens, and your ship leaves. You leave behind the dusty planet of Judruda. Pretty much there and back, no problems. You guys, thanks to the quick thinking and persuasion of Tarax, have avoided a confrontation. Very well done.
No, I'm just kidding.
And
You
you
mean
get
we
to,
roleplayed a thing instead of killing him?
Yeah.
combat's fun, but 12 blasters pointed at us at short range is not.
Yeah, I mean, I could have walked up and just did Force Lightning and 8d6 at, all of them, but, a 25 is pretty good, too.
So, you guys are heading to a minimum safe distance for your hyperspace jump. A few minutes before you reach the hyperspace limit, your sensors pick up a dozen CSA Corporate Sector Authority IRD fighters closing in at sensor range. The lead ship hails you. You can tell who's on the radar. That's you, DT.
Is the weapons the radar? Same thing?
Yeah,
that's me then.
The IRDs are flying in fast but have no hostile intention. So you can tell immediately that they're fine.
I'll convey that to the group.
It's probably that mean Kryn lady.
Yeah, it's probably Angela. Well, who's on comms? You want to answer the hail? Or should we jump?
What's it say?
Gotta pick up the
turn
phone.
on.
Yeah, it comes up the comms to you. It's just comms. It's not a hollow projector or anything to you. Tarax, and it says, what's the name of your ship? You guys ever named it?
I don't think
The Buddy.
we have yet.
I don't think
The
we did.
Buddy.
No.
The Ebon Shade.
The Ebon Shade. No.
The Ebon Buddy.
The Ebon Buddy. No, that's 3 for 3 fails.
Buddy Shade?
No.
The ship explodes.
The Emerald Shadow.
The what? What'd you say, Tails?
I'm like, I don't know. The Emerald Shadow.
All right, the Emerald Shadow. Someone write that down.
Yeah, it sounds good.
You guys all agree on whatever you want to call
One
it.
was going to be Tatooine Corellia, but
I like
No,
the ship.
that's the dumbest thing. You lose a dark side point.
I have
Actually,
a
gain 2
unique
dark
one.
side
We'll
points.
call it the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Han Solo. Wait, didn't he die 200 years ago?
Yes, Millennium Falcon.
No,
2
I'm
didn't
fine.
make it.
We're all fine here.
No.
How are you?
In that case, we'll just call it the Sentry Pigeon.
The Millennium Falcon D.
what else have we three? The Merkin foot?
No, we're not calling that because
It's the third order.
Yeah.
the other order. All right, what did you call
Schwartz.
it? What'd you
Can
call
we call it the
Jill?
Sith Empire Falcon?
No,
It's
The Phantom Wedge.
The Emerald Shadow.
the Emerald Shadow. So, the fighter comes in and says, "Greetings to the Emerald Shadow. Am I speaking to the captain?
Yes, this is Telrax.
I've been asked by Captain Angela Kryn to escort you to join her on her ship, the Vigilance, on the edge of the system. We're here to fly escort for you if you would like us to, and head to her cruiser where she would like to have some words with you. If that
Sounds good.
all right.
Proceed.
Yep. Follow these coordinates, and we will ride. Security for you. And you see they get into a formation around you, and then you guys take off there.
Can I do like a perception check with the scanners or something?
Yeah.
Or technology?
Check your scanners. Do a technology check.
Yeah, I'm on the scanner, right? Or is he?
20.
Yeah. Well, he's got a link to his too that
okay.
the captain's share. You remember that the Vigilance is an Eddy light cruiser with a new is an Eddy light cruiser. That these fighters are along the IRDs are standard operating. You've seen all these before with when you guys made your run for the back to the quarantine zone. So nothing seems out of the ordinary or anything like that. As you move closer, you can see that the Vigilance is coming on range. So you guys are, if you're not going to do anything, you guys are escorted to the ship. You see the Vigilance. From what you're able to see, it's got a new coat of paint. Looks pretty badass. And looks like it's had some new weapon systems installed. It's a little bit more of a heavy hitter this time than it was before.
Nice.
Not that it wasn't before, but it can sure pack a punch now. You guys land in the docking bay through the shields. You guys are landed. You're greeted by security personnel, and they don't seem to be like they were before, where they were pushy and bossy and curt with you guys. This time they're a little bit more laid back and stuff with you guys. And you're escorted to the same room that you had previously met Kryn the first time you ever meet her, which is the briefing room. She comes in entering wearing the press gray captain's uniform now. She looks tired but determined as she sets down a small holoprojector. It flickers to life, displaying three-dimensional rotating image of the planet Endergrad. Says, I'm glad to have you guys here, and I thought I'd share the information that I've wanted with you, but times are urgent, and I figured you guys would want to hear this, and I didn't want to do it over channels, so thank you for accommodating me. She said, the CSA spent a great deal of time dealing with the plague on Endergrad. Since the plague was brought into the system by a smuggling ship, we decided to study known alien viruses to see whether any of them bore resemblance to the Endergrad plague. After weeks of medical research, our people found an almost identical match. And she lets that sink in with you guys for a second or two. Corinne clicks a button and the image of the holoprojector changes to show two misshapen blobs hanging side by side, although in a slightly darker color, the two are similar in appearance. The virus on the left is the Endergrad plague. The virus on the right is a disease native to the planet Varl, the original Hutt homeworld. The Varl virus doesn't normally affect non-Hutts, but the virus on board the smuggler ship seems to be a slightly mutated variety, deadly to non-Hutts as well. Since the ship also carried a huge shipment of Tempest spice, I ordered a comprehensive set of tests to compare Tempest to the Varl virus. It proved conclusively that the Varl virus, when exposed to common spice, transforms that spice into a deadly, highly addictive substance. We suspect that someone is using the Varl virus to alternate normal spice, creating what is now commonly known as Tempest.
Oh, that's a less than ideal situation.
That's not good, but I'll just tell her, that was a really good idea for you to scan the spice and figure out where it came from. That was really smart. I'm glad you guys thought of that. I'm surprised.
She gives you a hard look like, are you really saying that to her right now at this moment?
Can I do an insight on her?
Yes.
You're welcome to punch him if you want.
I
say
had to
that
finally
in
roll
character.
bad in this campaign.
You find her very attractive.
All right, same. So
You love
Wow.
her. You love her hair for the first time in your life. It's just, no, yeah, you didn't roll that poor.
So what is the issue? Are you going to go and
She says,
blockade the original Hutt world or what?
I'm glad you asked. And she pushes a button and the holo projector changes its image. Now it shows a battered ship opposite an old freighter. This is Barabi Run, a known smuggler ship we've been tracking. It has picked up several large spice shipments over the past few weeks. One of our agents managed to pump the ship's navigation computers, which verify the ship is taking its shipments to Varl. Since the population of Varl is tiny and composed mostly of beings who can't afford the spice, there's no reason to ship spice there for sale. If they're not selling it, it seems reasonable that the spice is being taken to Varl for processing into Tempest. This smuggler ship has a regular schedule. Every time it takes on a shipment, it makes a stop at the lifeless planet Rithilian along the Perlimian trade route prior to making a hyperspace jump to Varl. She then turns off the hull projector. Neither Varl nor Rithilian is inside corporate sector space, so we have no authority there. I need an outside group to help me capture Barabian Run. If it's taking spice to Varl to go into Tempest, we can use it to find the Tempest manufacturing plant. If we can find the plant, we can stop the flow of Tempest at its source. Since nothing happens on Varl without the backing of some Hutt clan, I can't go to the Hutts with a request for aid. If I give you the coordinates to Rithilian, you could capture the ship before it makes the hyperspace jump to Varl. Once you have it, you can see where the location of the Tempest manufacturing plant is on board. With that information, we can make a strike against the plant and shut it down once and for all. And she looks at all of you seriously. What do you say?
Can you show me a schematic of this ship? What type of ship are we looking at?
Is Orgamon in the room with us as well?
No, he is not.
Okay, good.
Let me look for it.
Well, I mean, not. I'm in character.
It's a medium transport. It's like a Corellian transport.
Any fighter complements, armaments?
No. It does have armaments. It has heavy ion cannons. It has turbo blaster gunwales 2. 2 on the side, 2 in the back, or 2 in the front. So, yeah, it's got decent firepower, but it's a
Nothing
transport
compared
ship.
to ours.
Yeah, you guys outgun it.
How
The
up to date?
Varl. Sorry, go ahead, Johnny.
How up to date are the computer and communication systems on it? Is this something that, perhaps as we get closer to it, we may be able to simply take over their computer and shut the ship down?
Well, that's the thing. It's up to you guys how you want to do it. Disable the ship, go on board, and find out the information. Once you do, then I'll be in a much better position to do anything. As of now, I have no way of interfering.
The Varl virus seems to have been around for a while. Is there medicine to cure it in the huts?
Well, no, it doesn't. It for the huts, it's nothing serious either. But when it interacts with non-humans, since it mutated, it's like the cold. It mutates, it becomes something else, and then this strain seems to cause all the deaths and devastation on Endergrad. But when it interacts with the regular spice, any spice, it turns it into Tempest, because the virus feeds off the spice, it creates a byproduct and changes the spice into Tempest.
So
I know that, but Vornu is pretty smart with these kind of things. Maybe there's a way that Vornu can create an antidote for this.
She shows you all the schematics. She's like, yeah, if you want to try to create it, it's like something you can look at it. But it's like we're looking at it right now, but because of the way it mutates, it's hard to pin down. Like a cure for it right now.
I mean, we still have the vaccine for it, right? It's the same virus that we went to the original.
Well, that's for the virus that was on the planet. Yeah, you guys are immune. It's not going to affect you or anything like that, right? So that part's not a problem. The plague part of it's not a factor for anybody in the ship or anybody in the CSA or anything like that. It's been taken care of, and there's actually an antidote and stuff they can do so you don't. If you catch it, you're cured. If you don't want to catch it, there's vaccines that they've got. So that's not the problem. It's if you're trying to find out a solution for Tempest, that's what she thinks you're talking about.
Okay,
Also,
yeah. So is the first planet Endergrad? Is that the first time you've seen this virus interact with Tempest?
Well, it's the first time we've seen the virus, and we didn't know what it was at first. And then secondly, we didn't make the connection to Tempest until after we did our research.
Okay. But you're only aware of Tempest so far in Endergrad, and then the main homeworld that we just came from?
Well, as far as we know, yeah. But this is my if my investigation is correct, I need you guys to hit the Barabee run and take it over and find out. Yeah.
When is the next shipment supposed to arrive, or the transport?
She says in a day.
And when is the regular schedule? Is it like weekly, or how often? How frequently? You said it's regular.
Yeah, every 3 days.
Every 3 days. Okay.
Well, it comes through this system, and she's got the point for you to make the attack.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think we have some cargo that we may need to drop off first, and then perhaps we can check out this system and see if we can capture this freighter.
What cargo?
We already dropped off the cargo, dude.
We have one of Mika's agents on the ship.
Yeah, we need to drop Agron.
I will take care of him.
What do you mean?
Wait, what do you mean?
We want him safely delivered back to Mika.
That's what I meant. What are you talking about?
Just making sure there's no code here.
She gives you kind of a raised eyebrow, like, really?
Us face palms. I mean, he face palms. It's like, oh, seriously?
You really thought I would execute him?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're going to do.
I know who he is and who he represents.
Okay.
Unlike you idiots, I don't do that kind of stuff. She goes,
Hey, you need the help of these idiots.
You're
idiot.
asking us for this exact function. We're useful idiots.
She's just giving you guys the dead stare.
That's right, and I try to give high five to Jello.
She just kind of goes, she sighs and is like, oh God, what have I got myself into? She's like,
if you want to shoot them, I won't stop you.
No, I don't want to shoot
I'll just
you.
hold up a
She's
thermal
kind
just
of
in
pinching
case
her
he asks
nose, like
moves on me.
with her nose, going like, look, can you do this or not?
I can
Useful
do this.
idiots are on it.
We sure can. I've been itching to test out these new ion cannons.
I've just been itching, but now it's stopped with that cream. So,
Then get on your ship, head to the coordinates. We'll feed it to you guys. Do what you need to do, and then get in contact with me as soon as you can. It's not. You should be able to overpower it. I mean, hell, they might surrender without even a fight, but not heavily armored, not heavily armed. It does have weaponry, but your ship should be more than enough. How you play your cards on this is up to you. But we do need to find out the information, so please don't destroy the ship.
I'll do my best.
What was the name of the ship again?
Don't
so I can write
destroy the ship.
Bear be run.
Okay. Let's put it this way. You destroy the ship, I'll cut your freaking arm off.
Mine was already cut off as I kind of show my left arm.
No, you won't. I have ion cannons. Ion cannons won't blow up the ship. It'll be fine. I'll just disable their hyper.
We're
What's
fine.
it again?
We're fine.
Barabee run?
Bear be run, yeah. We're fine. We're fine. Let's go get Agramar off so we can plan.
I promise I won't use any missiles. Unless there's other ships.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to get Agramar off the ship and then start heading over.
Okay, so you guys get in. Let's see here. You guys come out of the landing bay. You plug in your coordinates. It doesn't take you that long to get to the sector of space where you know the Barabee run's going to be coming into real space. But make a piloting check to kind of hide and get your ship in the best position, Tills.
So before we do that, I was going to discuss with the group. Is there
before
a reason...
that? Tills,
Okay.
make a piloting check to see how well you. Jesus Christ! Yes, you in the perfect position to do whatever you guys are going to do. Now discuss, Finn.
Built my character for one main reason.
We've
Everything else
specialized
is fine.
our skills now.
So, is there a reason why we're trying to stop it before it makes it to the planet? Because don't we want to see what's happening at the source? Seems like it's smarter to just follow the ship to where it needs to go and then take over the ship after it lands.
The job was disable it, find out what's going on, report back.
Right, but why don't we
Anything
disable
else
it?
could risk the mission.
We don't take orders from her, but we should find out what information is on the ship. They may have records or logs of maybe who hired them or some other information. I don't know that we want to just siege the factory without having any intel, so I would probably take the ship first. We also might be able to get their transponder coordinates so I can relay that we are a friendly ship if we want to land on the base eventually, the manufacturing plant.
We're in an Imperial ship, dude. We kind of stick out like a sore thumb.
Not if we take their ship.
Why would we do that?
We have two
Not
ships.
comfortable with that idea.
Well, that's okay. That's my idea. I might do that.
I kind of like the idea of two ships.
I like the idea of us having two ships, yes. But I
If we
think
need
that
to
we just
infiltrate the
take
base, that
the
might
ship.
be one good option, to infiltrate the base.
Agreed, but I don't see why we need to infiltrate the base. We
Not
were told
yet.
just disable the ship, report back. Let's just do that.
Yeah, no, I agree. Step one, infiltrate the ship, find out what we know, and get the information, report back. Step two, we'll make a new plan.
Step 3, make profit.
Exactly. Sell
Make
the
profit
spice-
is selling
it's
the
not-
ship. We'll return the ship to her.
sell the spice and the ship. Double profit.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. I like your thinking. I try to give you another high five.
As long as it's not infected spice, it's just money spice.
It is. It is. I like your thinking. High five.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna disable the ship by stealing it. I like that idea. Okay.
All right.
I think we're waiting now.
I don't hear an alternative suggestion, so I say let's go.
All right.
I'm all in favor of trying to disable the ship, and then,
And steal it.
well, yeah,
I already stated, we follow the mission.
Yeah,
I mean,
this isn't against the mission.
Mission is disable and take the ship, right? Like what else?
yeah, and then we return the ship to the lady that just hired us,
Yeah.
And then what we can do is once we turn it over, we can say, hey, in lieu of payment, could you give us that ship?
Or the spice on it. The spice is worth a lot too.
I don't know if I want to get in the drug
She
dealer.
wanted the ship taken over to get as much information out of it as you can.
Mhm.
That's what she
We
said
got
she
it.
wanted.
Yeah, we're doing that
Yeah.
for sure. We didn't say what we're going to do with the ship afterwards to her. She didn't ask for the ship. She just wants
She
the info.
asked for the
She asked
ship.
for the
my
ship.
good
He asked for the
Lord
ship so
in
they can
heaven.
investigate it.
Oh, okay. Well,
So the only thing we can
We
take
can't-
is the spice.
We can't steal the ship, guys. We can't.
No,
have
we have to take
ship.
the
We're
spice.
not going to steal it. We're just going to say, hey, when you're done with it, can
Or
we
we
have
can't
it?
have the spice either.
well, we are going to steal it, but we're going to bring it back to her.
Yeah.
Yes, we're being pirates right now.
Hooray!
I like it.
This feels right.
No, it doesn't. All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say somehow I feel like we're gonna die still.
I'm not lying about anything. It's fine.
All right, so you guys get into position in your ship. You're waiting. It can be any time, so you guys are, within the next any moment. You guys are in position with all your stations. Everything's ready. Just then, the alarms go off. A flash of light and a blare of sensor alarms herald Bearbee's Run entrance into real space. The ship is a medium transport with 3 joined modules, a cylindrical model, and 2 large rectangular modules. The ship has, as previously described, turbo lasers and heavy ion cannons journeying from concealed bays. It is headed straight for you at cruising speed, holding you steady in its front arc.
I want to see if maybe I can try to remote hack into the computers of the ship.
Okay, try that.
So would that be a technology roll, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
13?
No success.
Okay. Worth a shot.
Teals, you know that they did not spot you initially with their sensors, but at any moment they're going to spot you, so what are you doing?
Gonna.
Do
Are
we
we
wanna help
trying to?
Or should we just blast them?
Attack, run.
I'm about ready to go to assault speed and start heading.
All right, make your pilot check.
I will fire up the ion
Target
cannon.
their drive section.
All right. Very nice. Piloting skill. Very good. So, because of his, you hear him, you guys are all strapped in, you hear the engine just go into full blast, and he blasts right toward them. And you have the advantage because they didn't see you, they didn't spot you, and you guys have the advantage of firing. So, we turn to you there, J-Lo. You have the weapon systems, you've got the ion cannons you're using, right?
Yes, I am firing the ion cannon.
All right, same damage, but it goes to the shields and systems, and you're going for the drive of the ship. So
yeah, I'm going to
roll
disable
with
the
advantage. Yep. So roll your damage.
Well,
Roll the strike and then roll damage.
okay. So is it technology?
No, this is an attack. You should have attack for your cannons that I gave you information about before.
Well, we were doing tech checks before, but I can do.
No, he gave you pluses and minuses for what all the guns do.
Yeah.
I remember him talking about that.
Well, yeah, but okay. Before we did, we did.
You do
Tech
technology
check,
check for certain things, but when you are attacking,
Okay.
you are rolling an attack roll. So
Okay.
you
So what are
have-
the new guns? Because the other ones were +6 to hit, and then I don't remember the damage. But we got upgraded guns when we went back from Papyrus, right?
I'm pretty sure I told you the stats on the new guns.
I don't think so.
I know so.
Oh, I don't have them.
Jesus Christ, does anybody have them?
Nope.
Just pew pew. It's fine. We're useful idiots. Remember, it's fine.
Oh, but I need to know what thing to click. I'm sorry, Ranger, if you told me I don't have it. I'm sorry.
+8 to hit. They're 8d6 each one. I'm sorry, 4d6 each one. Plus 10.
Thank you.
I'm just doing that off the top of my head because I wrote it down before and I'm not digging through all my stuff to find it for you guys.
Okay, well, we'll do that for now, and if it's wrong, we'll fix it later.
All right, so roll. You have advantage.
So, natural 20, I crit.
All right, so roll.
We're gonna blow up the whole ship instead of
It's
just.
ion damage. It's ion.
Roll
damage.
46.
You can still blow up ships with ion damage,
So it's only 8.
so you know.
Add
Plus-
10.
So.
it's doubled because it's a natural 20. So,
26
16
total.
26 on the first shot with the cannon. Fire the second shot from the other cannon. The dual cannons.
The 10 isn't doubled, or is it 10
No,
doubled?
No, it's not
Just the
doubled.
dice. So it's
Oh,
26 total.
Oh.
How's the ship look after the first hit? Is it?
It's a direct hit, but it's still shields are up and stuff. So roll
Okay,
again.
I'll shoot again then. Plus 8, 22.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Okay. Ooh,
Yay!
31. That
All
was more
right.
than the crit.
All right, so you guys, so great shooting. You're able to take out the shields. You're not quite able to take the drive out. They now know you're there, so they're going to fire at you. Your ship's AC, by the way, is 20.
Basic maneuvers.
All right, you do take some hits. You take 10 points of damage. Ship has 150 health, by the way.
Can we get like a character sheet for our ship that we
No.
can manage? Okay.
You guys pissed me off. Second tech hits
I was trying to stop him.
for 13 more points of damage. And the iron cannons.
We're
are
useful
front.
idiots. Hush you.
All right, so you come around for your attack run, make a piloting check, Teals. Dun, 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 dun. Very good. Very nice piloting. So you are able to turn around and get into the backside of the engine. Took a little bit of singe damage, but nothing too much your shield can handle. Little rock of the ship, but you guys were able to handle it. Fire again there, Mr. J-Lo.
Okay. Are these just regular shacks, or do we have advantage because we're behind them?
Just regular shots.
Okay.
You had advantage because you caught them by off surprise.
Okay, so yeah, first one's only 14.
Miss.
Is there a way I could assist?
No.
Second one misses as well. That's a
Yeah,
10.
so you miss
Oh,
and miss. Makes a pass. You make a pass by. They get to shoot again. They miss. And they miss again. All right. Tills, make a piloting check. God damn. Yeah, you get into a great position again for a flank shot on the engines. So roll your attack.
Okay, so we have advantage because we're flanking.
No,
in good
you don't
position?
get any advantage on this. It's just no.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just clarifying. You said
Yeah,
we were.
yes.
Okay. 17.
Miss.
Oh, that hits. 24.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
20 total.
20 total? All right, so you've got the shields down now, but the systems are still going. So they get to fire at you. Can't use their iron cannons because they're front, but the blasters can. That missed barely. That one hits. You take another 14 points of damage. So that one
Did
hits
we
your
ask them on the
shields.
comms to give up?
Nope. No one ever asked to give up.
No, I'm asking this in character. Do we want to ask them to give up?
Might as well. Seems prudent.
You can try, but until they respond, I'm still blasting.
No one tried to communicate with them. You guys just opened up an ambush.
Yeah, open up comms. This is the Emerald Shadow. Shut down your systems and prepare to be boarded.
You get no response.
Keep pew-pewing.
Yep, let's disable the ship.
They
Do you want
deserve
us
to
to roll
die.
like a perception check or technology for scanners, maybe? See if we can get any life signs or anything like that?
Make a technology check there, their captain.
Alright. Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
You pick up
Oh, boy.
18 life forms on there. So possibly some droids.
How many? 15?
18.
18?
So that gives us 3 each. Okay.
I'm not.
And we're obviously way too far away for me to use and I don't know how to use force powers if we were
Too
aboard a ship or anything
Way
like that.
too big for you to use any kind of force powers on this.
No, like people. That's what I was going
Yeah,
for.
but you can't. That's not how the force works. You have to kind of see.
That's not how any of this works.
Yeah, it's not how.
Well, I
That's
didn't
not
know-
how
yeah,
force
I-
works. All
I
right.
was just like, I want to reach into someone's mind and make
all right,
them
Who
so-
do you
right
think
into
you
it.
are,
your jets there,
Star
Palpatine.
Killer?
Yeah. So take your shots.
Cool your jets there, Palpatine.
Take your shots there, JLo.
Oh, okay. We don't need a piloting check?
You already did it.
That was last round. I'll
No,
do it again.
that was. Oh, well, didn't you get? Oh, you guys were trying to communicate. They didn't.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh
No
no!
deals.
Oh,
But even
no!
your one's a 14.
No.
The one is a 14 still.
Oh,
Did we
well, in that
accidentally ram
case, you lose. You kind of. You're trying to avoid all the blaster fire. That's why you haven't taken as much damage as that. You get in a bad position because of it. You're not quite able to get the angle you want. You have disadvantage on these shots there, JLo.
Oh, okay. Well, here goes.
Oh,
gosh.
10.
Yeah, first one misses.
Oh.
Natural.
Oh dear lord.
Roll a d6.
Okay. A 1 again.
Oh my god! You lose the right turn. You overloaded it, so you only have one cannon now.
I'm gonna yell out to Ornu, go fix the turret, go fix the turret.
I'll start running to try to fix the turret.
All right, you get back to the engineer, the power, the engines and power and everything is, and you see that one of the droids is sitting there fried. He fried the little droids that's working on it, and you hear your droid who's following you behind you, going, oh no! You see the
Orna will
sparks
go
and
over
stuff.
and start trying to repair the droid.
All right, it's going to take 2 technology. Well, you want to fix a droid? Or you're going to fix it. You see that there's the wires and connectors for the gun have been fried, so it'll take you 2 turns of hitting a technology check to get them fixed.
I'll get
more important
I'll
than
get the
droids.
gun back up and running first.
Okay, so make a technology check for this round. It's going to take you 2
Thank
rounds.
you.
23.
Yep. So you're able to get the initial damage under control. Your little astromech droid plugs in and is trying to get the software and everything back in line to get the other cannon back on. All right. So, they didn't do too well. All right. So they because of your complete bullshit flying threw them completely off. Just so they tried to compensate, and they did some bullshit flying.
Yay,
So-
once for everybody.
Hey, sometimes you gotta throw a curveball. It's like, all right.
Well, they didn't roll a 1, but they try to do a maneuver. It's a bigger ship, so it moves slower, right?
Well, they were like, you know what? He's making all those precise moves. Let's try and predict it. No! A horrible turn.
Like they did, but it's not quick enough. It's not as effective. So make another piloting check there. That's much better. There we go.
Nice.
All right, you come back around, and you have shot, just a normal shot there, JLo.
I only have 1 cannon.
1 cannon only.
Do I have an ion missile?
No, you do not.
But I have regular missiles.
You do have regular missiles.
How bad does the ship look?
The shields are down, but the ship hasn't really taken any damage, and you're only using ion cannons. So
Well,
I know.
let
How
me
big is the
interdict
ship?
a word of advice here. If
I'm
you
not
pull
talking
that
to you.
ship up, you are going to die.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, don't use regular missiles,
It could
please.
probably take 1 missile.
No.
This
Okay,
is your captain speaking. Please continue to use the ion cannon.
This is me thinking in my head. I was not saying these things out loud.
you have to say that ahead of time.
He's a Sith. He's in your head.
Exactly.
Hey, I rolled deception earlier when I promised not to use missiles, and no
Oh
one.
yeah, you're accidentally in my head because he deceived you. You're looking in
no
the
one
wrong
checked
head.
me. No one checked, but it's fine. I will fire the ion cannon.
Okay,
21 to hit.
21 hits. Roll damage.
22 total.
All right, so you see that you hit the ship with a nice shot there, and it's starting to list a little bit to the side, but it's still up and running. It fires, misses, fires, hits. You take 11 points of damage, and your shields are at 50%, and you hear one of the droids going, "Oh my!" Dun, 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 dun.
It would be. There's no way we could board it.
Not yet. It's still
Not yet.
yeah.
Not until it's disabled.
Yeah, we need to disable it first.
All right,
That's why
so
I-
good piloting from Tills. Take your shot. Normal shot there, JLo.
Is the second cannon repaired? Can,
want-
Oh, yeah,
trying to
make a
work so
technology check
bad.
there, Vornu.
29.
Oh, you get it
Nice.
up and running.
Somehow he built a third cannon.
Yeah.
See, Johnny, I told you your character is awesome, man.
Yeah,
great.
I got my uses. Warner will slam the comms button, yell up, "Cannons are back!"
So you're not supposed to shoot a sniper rifle. You're supposed to make these clutch moves.
Yes.
I'll respond, acknowledge.
Send all ships to 72 to me. To try.
All right, I'm gonna fire the cannons. Both
All right.
cannons. This
Yes, fire the first cannon.
time. I suck. It's low.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, you missed.
15.
13.
No, 13.
13.
Another natural.
Oh dear God!
Yes, roll a d6.
The 5 this time,
Let
though.
me see what happens. Let me see what happens.
Fix it again. I'll yell on the comms.
Oh God, Vornu.
Vornu will scream back at the
No,
cop.
no, you don't know this is
What are you
happening. No,
doing?
no, hold
No.
on. This is what happens. Vornu, roll a Constitution save for me.
Oh dear God! If I get another
Oh,
hole
no.
in my ass, I am going to kill you.
Yes, can it go directly to his ass?
A 10. Jesus
No!
Christ.
You take 14 points of electrical damage as the feedback from what you just fixed gets sent back in a loop, and you and your droid sits there and goes, it gets launched out of the socket, and you get fried. Your hair is standing straight up, and you are not
half a
having a
head of
good
hair.
day.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna shout on the
head of
comms.
hair,
I don't
yeah.
think you fixed it. It didn't work.
Oh no. Alright, they're gonna make a piloting check. Oh, they do well. They got some good shots. Nope, they missed. And they hit. You take another 16 points of damage. And you hear the over on your panel, Captain, you see your shields are down to 35%. Alright.
I can get pet visits too.
Alright, make a piloting check.
Winston, fly it. Fly the ship, Winston.
Excellent. Excellent
That's
shots.
pretty good.
All right, you got 2 shots there.
Okay,
We've
so
done more damage to our ship than we have to theirs so far.
the
You've done
engines-
more damage to Vornu than you have to their ship.
Hey, I did like 80 damage to them already. The first run was good. So, Ranger, I have both cannons. It just shocked him. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, 15?
Nope.
God damn it, 11. I suck at this now.
All right, you make another pass, and then you see, Captain, that you see on your scanners, you see that they've dropped something out of their cargo bay. They don't know what it was, but you know that something's been ejected, and they're trying to they're piloting to try to get away from you guys. No, they're not. They're doing pretty bad at that, but they're going to keep firing at you because they have no choice. Nope, miss. Oh, natural 20. That's not good. That's 18 more points of damage. So your shields are down to 10%. So if you take another couple of hits, you're going to start taking direct damage to your ship. It's not good.
Oh, so this is not part of the 150 hit points yet?
No, you have your. Well, I should clarify. Your shields have. I think it's the percentage. Once those go down, then unless you're firing ion in, but they can't get in a position because their ion cannons are forward facing, but they have blaster turrets on the side. But if you do a combination of like ion blaster, then you can go. Once you get through the shield, you can do direct damage. That's what X-wings do. So,
Gotcha.
and Y-wings do. Well, actually, Y-wings just focus on taking shit down. But yeah. So, all right, Teals, make another pilot check. Oh, very nice.
Nice.
All right. Lines you up another shot again there, J-Lo.
Is he lined up enough that I have advantage?
No.
I need it, apparently. All right, here we go. Shot number 1. 17?
No.
No, damn.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. Your last 1, 2, 3. Wow, you haven't rolled above a 10 in like 8 rolls now.
Am I able to get like manual controls of the blasters from the pilot seat?
Yes, you can.
Damn.
You can override, yes.
Warner, you messed something up. It's not working.
Vornu is lying in a puddle,
Right,
drooling right now.
Please respond, Warner.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You can't override the cannons if you want to, Teals.
Okay.
I mean, you're still going to do the same rolls. You're just hoping your D20 is better.
Exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Tails make a piloting check. They rolled horribly on their pilot skills, and they're not in position to fire. Oh yeah, you line up your shot. So if you want to take the shot, you can. You have to hit the overrides.
20.
That hits. Roll damage.
No. You added the 8 on
You
there
already
already.
added 8. You
Oh,
rolled
he
more
did
than
add
I
the
do.
8. No, that misses.
That misses. Oh,
Can I
crap.
fire the other one?
Nope, he overrid you.
No, he overrode
He
you.
said he was going to the pilot seat.
See, he's missing two.
failed.
Misses too.
Vornu, something's
This
wrong
is
with
the
the targeting
most
system.
invasive ship ever.
It's a big
What
fighter.
I fired the
did you do a
missile.
targeting system?
It doesn't
Vornu?
have
Hold
that
on.
high of a DC. You miss it all the time.
Well, this is it. Since he took the blasters, I'm firing a missile.
Fire a missile.
Vornu will stand up and start smacking the targeting.
Oh no!
Oh no! Did we all die? Should I start one new character?
So Vornu is looking at the targeting computer, and it's just like that scene in Event
No, you're
Horizon
still
where the guy
you're
finds
still in the back
bomb.
there.
Hey,
You're
I
still back in
mentally
the
warned you
engine
to not fire that frickin' missile, man.
room. Roll a d6.
The greatest thing ever. Oh my god. DT, your rolls are epic.
Whatever. The one missile. It
The fire, the missile misfires. It goes live, but does not eject from the port. You guys hear a loud explosion that rocks your ship. You lost your shields and are now open to any attack. Vornu, make a acrobatics or athletics check.
Oh God, both suck.
It was a fun campaign.
Oh, thank God.
You were able to daftly grab onto something as the ship rocks and doesn't throw you 30 feet backwards from the explosion near your side of the ship where the missile ports are at. You don't know if you were hit, what happened. You just know that the big hit just hit your ship.
I'm just gonna yell out, "They're hitting us! They're hitting us!"
And now we probably have a hull breach too.
Hey, Talrak, maybe we should tell them they should surrender before we hurt our ship some more.
Yeah, we're
Don't
screwed
make
now.
me punch myself again.
Surrender or we'll bleed all over you.
Yeah, they're starting to right their ship from the damage it's taken already, and so it's starting to get itself right. So, Teals, make a piloting check.
Just waiting for the bomb to go off that
Yeah,
they sent out of their ship.
Yeah, nobody said anything about that, but I'm not
All right,
piloting.
so you make a great piloting check. You have the shot there, Teals.
Nope.
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 All right.
I'm
Can
doing it again.
Vornu
Do I have
keep
another
trying to
missile?
work on fixing the targeting computer?
As a
Can
bonus
she-
action, I release controls of the weapon system.
All right, it goes back to. Let's see what they now
guys
that
should let
now
me
they're
fire.
lined up. Okay,
Do I
now
have
there's
another missile pod, Ranger? Because
you have another on the other side. Yeah.
I'm firing.
Oh, Jesus.
Vornu wants to know. if
26.
she
I did a thing.
Oh boy.
You did something. Oh god, you're gonna blow everything up now. Frustrated.
Roll
Yeah. What are we doing?
roll damage 66 plus 8.
Okay, hold on.
God, don't roll high this time. Roll low.
I can't control. I've been rolling.
I
really
know
low.
you've been rolling low. Good,
Total.
good.
It's
You
pretty
didn't roll
low.
too high.
It's pretty low.
Yeah, that's pretty low.
You're so lucky. You see the
He was
missile
banking
goes
on his
in.
low rolls today.
It hits the ship, a big violent shudder. You can see it shudders as the missile impact hits the side. You see the turrets go dead, but the ship is still, the engines are still going, so it took a nasty hit there, but it's trying to make escape. It's moving to a position to hyperdrive, so you have one more shot to disable it before it goes into hyperspace.
Real quick before you shoot, while Vornu is back there trying to tweak the targeting computer, teching around with it, can I basically cast guidance on the computer itself?
No.
All right.
Right. So I have the regular ion controls now.
Yes, you have.
Is there any way we can, like something we can send to track it so when it comes out of hyperspace?
Not. You don't have anything capabilities like that. You can plot its course and figure out. You'll know its course, but you're not going to know.
I want to bug its ship.
Aliens were built on hope.
That's
I
not how
can't
you-
roll below 10 8 times in a row. Can
All right,
I?
here we go. Fire.
First shot.
There's one.
Oh my God!
Oh no!
Oh my God!
Oh no!
Wow.
I don't.
boy.
Roll 20 is broken. That's the only explanation. It's not working.
We're meant to explode. This ship's meant to blow up.
Yeah, we're meant not to do this. There is no way.
Oh my God!
These
Vornu.
cannons have rolled
Roll a
a
d6.
1, a
Oh,
2,
sorry. D6.
A 2, a 6, a 2.
You're
I'm
gonna
never
kill
going to
Vornu.
Vegas with you, DT. Unless
What?
we're playing
Hey,
craps.
Teals wasn't any better.
You've lost both ion turrets.
Wait, what? Oh no.
Vornu.
Oh god.
I'm not shooting another missile, guys.
The weapon system goes down. You see it happen in front of you. You're fixing it. You're trying to do your thing, and the system is down. You still have navigation. You still have life support, but you guys have lost all weapon systems. Then you see the other ship as you're piloting tails. Another explosion racks it, and it is now listing because that missile hit it pretty hard. But you see it kind of powering down, and it's listing. But you guys are
Doing the same
have
thing.
no weapon. No, you're still able to fly. You have navigation, but you have and control, but you have no
All right,
weapons
it's-
whatsoever.
It's time to board, and I try and fly.
All right, make
over-
a piloting check to get into position to lock on a tractor beam. Oh, you do a great job.
Oh, nice.
So you're able to get into position and lock a tractor beam down, and you guys get ready to board. We'll give you so Teal's fancy flying, good. Shooting
Flying
bad.
bad. They're bad.
All of our shooting was bad.
I'll stick
except
to
for
my
the first
rifle. I
surprise
can't.
round.
I can only handle so much on the controls.
Yeah.
So do I do a tractor beam? Is that what?
No,
we
no.
want?
Teal's has got it. Kathy's
Teal's
got
got
it. They lock in the tractor beam. So the
Perfect.
ship is kind of listed, and it's kind of it lost power. That missile did a lot of damage.
You're welcome, guys. We got him.
Luckily, they could have blown the damn thing to smithereens. It had no shields.
I know. I thought about opening with the missile, but they
I
were...
hit my comm to Vornu.
I just want to say we're going to
Keep
stop.
an eye out for any.
We're
parts to
stopping.
steal.
We're stopping the stream here. Let me just say this: if he had rolled 5 more damage on his missile, the entire ship would have blown up.
worth.
And
See?
then he would have
He was banking
had a
on it.
lightsaber skew
And
right there.
on top of that, if you hit just one more time with your ion cannon, the ship would have been disabled.
Yeah, that would have been great, but
We had how many misses? Hold on. We had a
If I
1.
didn't hit it with the missile, would it have escaped? Would the tractor beam not have worked?
Probably. It would have. It was getting ready for hyperspace before you hit it.
Yeah.
Right. So the missile was required.
So you saved us. So let's just look at the last few rolls, though. We had a 1, a 2, a 2, a 6, a 1, a 3, a 4, a 3, a 9, a 3, a 7, a 1, a 5. There's nothing we can do about these are, and it's just a straight D20. There's like nothing. The last time you hit was, and the one time you got an 11 and an 18, it was with disadvantage, and you ended up with a 2 and a 1.
Right. Yeah,
I rolled a 4, a 3, a
Mhm.
6, and a 2.
Yeah.
I suspect Mika's attacks are not very good at installing our blasters.
No.
No, I'm going to say this
something
is
wrong.
human operating error.
The
Yeah,
next
Jalo is
upgrades I
in
want
denial of
is
that.
a advanced weapons targeting system.
It always gives advantage, but then we roll a 1 and a 2.
Oh yeah, like the D20s are rolling really freaking low. Look
Hey,
at that.
when we
dude.
had advantage the one time, I did crit. I'll just say that was the only good hit.
the D20s are rolling really low.
I should have been on. I should have been.
I
on.
got a natural 20 today.
I just rolled a 19. Okay, next fire.
You
Let's see
guys
what I got.
took all the extra, the 20 rolls.
This is like my first rolls of the day. I've had like nothing to roll.
Yeah, same here.
Wish I could say the same.
Don't
You're
worry.
getting
you know,
electrocuted in a puddle of your own.
It is a
Like
it is
blood
a
in your-
it is a battle. You get the flames and sparks under control back there, Vorno, but your uniform's singed, you're electrocuted, your droid's just in there going, oh.
Uniform is singed on her butt.
Yeah,
Did he get shot in
your
the butt?
droid's out of action. It took a bad spiel. It is non-functional.
Yeah. What we're going
Your
to get paid
astromech
for
droid
this
is
is
down for a
our
while until you get
repair
it
bill is
repaired.
going to be more.
Mhm.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's not my fault, guys. I tried.
And this was a simple ship.
You try to board the shit.
Yo, remember that scene in Galaxy Quest where they're all, okay, we're gonna do the boarding party. You practice flying. DT, you practice shooting.
This is awful. At least boarding, I think we can do. I'm comfortable with saying we have the boarding thing figured
Oh,
out.
dude, I'm so doing the Darth Vader in the Dark Corridor scene.
That's Rogue One end scene. That's perfect.
Yep.
I'm planning on just running through and punching everyone in the face once. Let's see what happens.
I promise not to throw any thermal detonators on the ship unless I'm about to die.
Uh,
All right, so that's our D&D campaign for today, guys. Boy, was that something else. Jesus Christ.
Crow flying.
You DT rolled more
Yeah.
ones instead of hitting the ship.
And I rolled random to see what would happen. He rolled the one that caused the feedback with another one. That's why poor Vornu looks like she's seen better days.
That's normal for Vornu
One
now.
more one, you would have had no pants for it.
No.
yeah, I already took like a third of my total hit points in damage, so it's
The thing is, Jallo is completely blaming the text, and I don't think you fixed the cannon right.
well, the good news is there is no more cannon.
Well, we still have a ship to board, and I'm just going to say your pants are still in jeopardy.
Yes. Every time we go shopping, you need to buy new pants. Put it in the budget.
She's got her tight pants. She's got her tight pants on.
It's gonna be the running thing of our campaign. Vornu, do you make sure you have a couple extra pairs of pants every time?
Vaughn is going shopping. Yes, I would like to know if I could get some Kevlar and asbestos pants.
We got Jay, though. He shoots in the butt. We got me. I'd do it too.
Mm.
I know, that was the worst part. You took over, and it was no better.
Nope.
It was exactly the same.
Just
Those cannons
awful.
did not want to roll.
Yep.
Not at all.
We are weapon system net targeting upgrades in our future.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's it for our campaign today. If you guys like this, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back. I'll be back tonight. I don't know if Ron should be streaming, but if he's not, then we'll see you tomorrow for our lunch stream. So you can catch me on the Alliance stream with Avinash, Remon, and good old Maurice at 11 p.m. Eastern on the Alliance channel, or Remon's channel, the Alliance stream on Remon's channel. I believe that's what it is. So you can find it in the Alliance Discord or on our Discord if we post it. So
Do a favor, don't bring up the guild name Parabellum with Avi, because it'll be bad.
why?
Just a fun fallout. It was great.
Oh, okay. Drama. I like it. Likey. All right. So enjoy the rest of you guys of Sunday. Thank you for joining us for our D&D stream on that. On behalf of myself and the guys, thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day, and we will holler at you later.